What's up, everybody? Welcome to Saturday night. I hope you guys had a fantastic day. We have a special show for you tonight. Not only is it a different kind of stream where we get to help you guys out, you guys get to ask us all kinds of amazing questions. We get to give you all kinds of amazing answers. We got some amazing people here to help you out with these questions. Some of these people you may know of. One of them in particular is none other than the amazing Mr. Broman himself. If you guys don't know who Broman is, he just started streaming a couple of days ago. He only has about 600,000 followers on Twitch. We have Ruffles, as you guys may know. Ruffles is a Mixer streamer right here on Mixer. We got
off guard, bro. I didn't even know we were live.
We got HandsOff. Oh, we're live, by the way, guys.
You put it up there.
Yeah, man, you almost came in here at a weird time, dude. We were all making sex noises.
Yeah,
I had no idea you put a peanut on my background. What the hell?
hey, man. You're nuts, man.
What this? Okay.
I don't even know how he got my background thing.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna go host it.
I'm a ninja, man. I'm a ninja. So
I
we
just
got
want to make it clear to everybody that it's Ty's fault my green screen's broken.
yes.
He did a good job green screening everybody. This
He
is my
did,
first
he
time
did, he
seeing
did a
it.
damn
No, this
good
is
job.
hard
He
to
did.
do, man. You look good. Everyone's green screen's solid.
Yeah. It's not as bad. I was trying to follow in your footsteps, bro, man, and completely mess the green screen up. I didn't
Well,
manage to do it.
you gotta just ultra fuck it up, then, man.
Oh my god.
So first of all, thank you guys for agreeing to do this and jump in and kind of help everyone out.
Why would you put that horrible picture of me up there, ProfessorBroman?
I was like, what the?
You are absolutely a jackass. I'm done with this interview.
Right? That's it. It's over.
So
All right. Everybody's in the hole. All right.
let's start off with, in case any of you guys don't know who any of us are, I'm ThatPiGuy. I'm a partner streamer here on Mixer. I started streaming about 10 months ago, and I'm here right now. I'm no one special, haven't really done anything, just kind of started streaming, just hitting the grind, doing it pretty much every day, 6 days a week, and that's who I am. I'm a U.S. Army veteran, served 8 years in U.S. Army Special Operations, got medically retired, so I can't do traditional work, so now I kind of stream for a living. So that's what I do. Let's go across the board. Head over to ProfessorBroman.
Hi.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to introduce myself.
Yeah, go for
All
it.
right, hi, I'm ProfessorBroman. I am a Twitch broadcaster. Hi, Mixer. How are you? I've been streaming on Twitch for about 5 years. I have 650,000 followers over there. Streaming's been the passion and the core form of content creation for me since I started. A lot of the content that I create right now, including the podcast that I do, is focused around helping people who are getting started streaming, because I believe that no entertainment medium lasts for a very long time unless the people who are doing it and doing it successfully teach the next generation of people. So that's a little bit about me, and I think why I'm here. And you're all really cute, and I'm going to keep making weird faces at you in the overlay. That's going to be nice.
There we go.
What a nice guy.
Right?
All right, who's up next, guys?
It's up to you, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
Oh, you rough.
So I've been streaming for 17 days. It'll be 1 year on Mixer. Prior to that, streamed on Twitch for a bit. Was definitely never as consistent as I was on here. But pretty much just started streaming. It saw a little bit of momentum and left my retail job and got a 9-to-5 that I hated. Grinded it out for 8 months. Got partnered in 4. Full-time as of November 15th. So 4 months-ish now.
Nice.
Amazing and terrifying at the same time. I'm currently sitting at 41-something thousand followers. I'm just kind of doing my thing, man. Playing all the games. All the games.
There we go. There we go.
Cool.
What's up with you, Hands?
Originally known as Hands Off My Nuts. As you can see, there's a little peanut behind me. That kind of threw me off. Been streaming on Mixer for probably about 9 months, give or take. I did the whole Twitch thing like Ruffles beforehand. Nowhere near as consistent. I did it on and off for about 2.5, 3 years. Came to Mixer, a good buddy of mine told me about it. He said, oh yeah, they have this FTL thing, blah, 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 blah. Tried it out and on and off for maybe like 2-3 months. Then I was like, you know what? I like it. I see a little growth in it. So I started just doing it, daily. Grinded it for about 5 months straight and then applied for partner, got partnered. And I've been partnered for about 4 months now going on. Crazy growth, awesome community. The other streamers, themselves here on Mixer are just so open arms, welcoming you, any questions you have. This is kind of why we're doing this now. And it's just, riding the wave, man. I do it full time and wouldn't look back.
Nice, dude. Nice. What's your story, Hollywood? How did you get into streaming? Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
HollywoodLive. I started streaming on Twitch in 2014. I think I got about 3,500 followers on there, and I had my first child, so I stopped streaming for a while. Then Mixer came about. Well, it was Beam, and I didn't know anything about it. Then it turned into Mixer. I actually turned on me and a couple of my friends were in a party, and I turned on the game Friday the 13th. They told me to stream it, and basically I streamed it for that one day, and I got like 120 viewers, and it was crazy. And I got like 200 follows in like a couple days. So I kept going, and I'm here now, playing video games every day, trying to make sure everybody feels good and have a good time and grow Mixer as a community as a whole. Make sure everybody's loving one another, Shit, that's me, baby.
Nice. So the whole point of putting this thing together, guys, there's every streamer essentially comes across people that stop by their channel and ask them a million questions when it comes to streaming. How do I start streaming? How do you get viewers? What equipment should I get? Just a plethora of questions across the board. And they seem to be common questions that always come up time and time again. And it's not just for one particular streamer. It's like every streamer gets these questions. So I kind of want to put this thing together and get a variety of different streamers that kind of play different games, that has different experiences, that have been streaming for different amounts of time. So we have like an experience across the board from new-ish to people that have done this for years and years and years. And that's where we are now. So if you guys have any questions while this goes on, feel free to throw them out in chat. The mods are going to try and grab your questions and throw them into my Discord. Everyone here on the panel will be able to has access to that, so they can see the questions. If you want to tweet it out, all you got to do is use hashtag #AStreamSecret, and we'll be able to pick them up from there as well. So first and foremost, before we get into this, I know I kind of mentioned it in the beginning, but again, thank you all for joining us. ProfessorBroman, Hollywood, HandsOff, Ruffles, you guys are amazing for doing this. Thank you. For everyone who's joining us, thank you. Let us know if you do have any other questions, if you want us to go into any more detail on anything we do touch on, or if we've skipped anything, or you don't think we've answered something completely, let us know. But one of the I guess the big questions that come around a lot is, do you make money from streaming? How often do you guys get asked that question?
Every day.
Is this your job?
If not every day, every other day.
Get a real job.
Yeah, what are you doing? Is this your job? I'm like, you're watching me for a reason, right?
Yeah.
So, kill them with kindness, man.
Right. Now, like, I hear these questions, hey, do you make money out of this? And I get the impression that people are like, they see people like Lyric and, Dr. Disrespect and people like that. And they're like, man, I want to make millions. I want to be driving that Lambo to PAX and to TwitchCon and all that kind of crap. That's not really the reality of it. Like, Professor Broman, you've been doing this for around 7 years, maybe 7+ years, right?
No, I just had 5 years of doing it consistently full time. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like we were talking before this, and it's I mean, income as far as streaming is incredibly volatile, and I think that's the thing that it's really easy to look at people who are really successful and you're like, that motherfucker's making millions. son of a bitch. I need to do this. But in reality, the vast majority of people who stream full time, whether they're partnered on Twitch or anywhere, are probably going to be like just doing it to make enough money as, like, say, a part-time job. I managed to go full time after I've been streaming for 9 months, but my expense levels were really low when I was starting. I worked minimum wage dead end jobs my whole life, so I just needed to make $1,250 a month so I could make as much money as my other shit job and not have to sell my blood plasma to eat. So, so that's where, I got my start. And I really recommend, for anyone who's looking at broadcasting as a form of income, that you stop it immediately.
Yeah.
You will not be able to put forth the effort necessary to deal with the bullshit and the hard parts to make it long enough to make any sort of income. You need to do it because you're passionate about it first. And I think everybody was doing their intros, and everyone had the same story. Everyone I've ever talked to that streams on any platforms, I just did it because I thought it was fun and it was silly and I wanted to make people laugh. When you put that first, it helps drive your focus on building your community and having a good time instead of trying to get as much money out of the people who are there as you can.
100%. Like, I know Mixer is like a very new platform compared to Twitch or YouTube. So like over on Twitch, you have, you obviously have your partnership program, you have your ad revenue, and then as you become, a bigger streamer, you're obviously able to reach out to kind of get sponsorships.
Sure.
That kind of stuff is only just now really starting to come around for Mixer. I know of a few streamers on here that are sponsored by companies. I just recently got sponsored by Gunners. I know Jared FPS got sponsored by Gunner. My Boomstick got sponsored by Gunner. So that stuff is starting to come in. But even with the sponsorships, that's not really a money maker. It's not something you can be like, all right, that's it, I'm done. I'm retiring from streaming. I'm going out and living in the Bahamas.
It's like that extra amount that just a little bit extra.
Yeah. So here's the question to you guys. So without kind of getting into everyone's like personal life, like how do you juggle? Because obviously, as we know, streaming isn't a huge money maker, especially when you're just starting out. So how do you juggle, say, a job or your regular income with streaming? And have you, or do you kind of put aside, a regular lifestyle type job to commit more to streaming? And if so, how do you make up the income to, to pay the bills and live?
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends, man. Like for me, it took me about 8 months to go full time. But it literally was 8 months of, I would wake up at 5:30 in the morning, leave for work at 6, get to work at 7 a.m., leave work at 4 p.m., get home at 5 p.m., shove food in my face as fast as I possibly could, go live at 6 p.m. until midnight, sleep for about 5 hours, and I did that all over again. And that was about 7 days a week for 8 months straight, until I pretty much got to the point where I was miserable at my job, but I had enough saved up and I was making enough from the streaming to supplement it to an extent. And I was like, you know what? I have enough saved up. I can see what I'm doing with just 5 hours a night and on my weekends. And I hate this job anyways. And I could always go back. And I could always go back to the previous job I was at. And I was like, you know what? Let me just see what I can do. I can survive for the next 4 months if I make $0 starting tomorrow for the next 4 months, I can survive. Can I make this work full time? And took the risk, and it was terrifying, and I didn't take a day off for a month and a half, which was a terrible idea, but it worked out. It was scary, but it's not easy.
What about you guys, Hands Hollywood?
I'm pretty much in the same boat. You have to sacrifice. It's not, if you're going to do streaming and you're looking at it as, hey, I'm going to make all this money, then you're not going to be successful, right? I'm telling you right now. It has to be kind of like what Broman said. You have to have a passion for it. You have to have, something you thoroughly enjoy, instead of, hey, I'm going to just get into this and I'm going to be the biggest person on this streaming platform and make money. I did it as, I play games, so why not stream it while I'm playing it, I'm just myself when I stream. I don't do anything out of the ordinary, at least I don't think. I was also juggling, had a full-time job after work, eat, shower, do the whatever you had to do, and then just start gaming and streaming. And yeah, you don't get that much sleep, but it's you're sacrificing, your social life as far as going out and stuff like that. But you're also doing something after work that you truly want to do. And then once you start building your community and you see that things are, rolling in the right direction, you're like, okay, just, what can I do to change, or what can I do to keep growing? Or because you don't want to be repetitive over and over and over, because eventually, so it's like a broken record. So you want to constantly be, evolving and changing and adapting. And then once you get to the right spot, you just got to keep going at it, man. I try to implement new things in my stream all the time and make people laugh. And if they're having a tough time at work or Monday, typical Mondays, if I can make them laugh or smile and come back for another day, then I feel like I did something right. And I'm also doing something that I love to do. So kind of works out.
Nice. I stream because I want to make sure, people, like when I stream, I just want people to feel the emotion and the hype. I'm really hyped when I stream. So I just want people to feel that emotion that I feel, see what I see, and, just be on the same level with me. Something personal about me. I had, I got in trouble when I was a kid, so I couldn't get a job. Once you get in trouble with the law and stuff like that, you can't really get a job because of your record and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I set out to become my own boss early in life, and I own my own business as of now. So I do contracts with colleges for their new students that come in. I put packages together. My wife's an extreme couponer, so I put packages together for them, and that's how I manage my the off stream money, and then the stream money, and then all the other stuff. But definitely, just to piggyback off what Hands and Ruff said, man, if you're getting into this to get money, if you plan on living in a apartment or a house with a bedroom with some windows in it, don't do that, okay? Windows gonna work, okay? Seriously, it's not gonna work. I can tell y'all literally, I have 30,000 followers. I have 30,000 followers, and I get quite a few subs. And let me tell you something, dude. I can't pay a full month's rent with that sub money. Okay? So I'm letting y'all know right now, do not get into streaming because of money, or trying to be, I'm going to just get in this because I see somebody else doing this, or I see somebody else doing that. Always do stuff because you want to do it. Always ride your own wave, never ride somebody else's wave, because you never know when stuff's going to end up, you're going to fall on your face, or you don't know if people are going to stop coming to your stream. You don't know if people are going to stop donating to you. You don't know these things. Things go up and down. I might have a day where I have 200-300 people in my stream, and then I might have a day where I have 50 people in my stream. You don't never know. So you always
take the good with the bad, man.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Salute, man. But you Smash Gang, y'all already know, man. Let's go.
I think it's pretty much unanimous that streaming, although can lead into some kind of professional career field, streaming on its own is essentially not a guaranteed job or something you should look at for the future. Like, you should pretty much be streaming for the fun of it, for the entertainment, to have fun, entertain others, not for the financial outcome.
I don't mean to cut in, but as a streamer, you don't know whether you're affecting somebody's life. Like, somebody might come in hand stream and Ruffles stream just because something happened in their family. So you don't even know that your entertainment is helping change people's lives, helping people keep people out of trouble. Man, this thing goes deeper than gaming. Man, I have a saying. Me and my homeboys, we have a saying. It's deeper than gaming. So you never know.
Yeah, you don't know who's on the other end. Like, obviously everyone can see you. I try to treat everyone equally, whether it's a guy, girl, kid, older person. You don't know. Some people have disabilities that you don't even know, and that's their entertainment for the day, is watching you and you making them laugh. So I try to treat everyone the same, and just obviously you're gonna have your trolls that come in your chat and do stupid shit, and you just take care of that. But as long as you show if you show respect to them, they'll respect you back. If you want to joke around with them, they'll joke around with you back. And it's like I said, it's all about equality, man.
You're gonna foster a community that you show. Like, I'm a sarcastic son of a bitch. All of my regulars are a bunch of
Wait, are you? Oh, no.
Am I? Oh, I'm not. I didn't know that. But like, you're gonna foster, like, the people that are gonna become your regulars are gonna more or less emulate like kind of what you want from your community. It depends on what you put into it.
They're gonna be you.
Yeah, they're gonna be. Well, I wouldn't say they're you.
People that follow you because of who you are, not because of,
Right.
Like, I'm just gonna look at this guy. Oh, let me click the follow. I mean, you have kids that come in and be like, oh, let me just follow this guy because he has 30,000 or he has 40,000 people. But then your core community is gonna follow you because of you, of who you are. So it's important to be yourself. Start off being yourself, because it's hard faking a phone all the way through your career. Just keeping it real.
And to touch on that real quick, if you're one person on stream and then you end up going to these conventions, like PAX East is coming up in a month, and then they meet you, and then you're not that same person on stream, like, what the fuck? This is not the same person I know on stream. Yeah. So it's gonna show one way or the other. So and I, like I said, the way I am on my stream, when I went to PAX South a couple months ago, everyone's like, okay, he's the same. It's the same guy. It's no one different. It's he's going to be the same way he is on stream as a person. So just be yourself.
Man, when I met Ruffles, I met Ruffles at PAX South, and he was like, "This Broman guy is a piece of shit."
So it's just like on your stream.
I did not. I thanked you.
No, he didn't say that. He was very nice. He was very nice.
I got interrogated.
Everyone at the Mixer party was very nice. I was surprised. When I was like, oh shit! Like, are they gonna be like, look at this Twitch motherfucker? I'm gonna
come out back.
Stab him right in the fucking kidneys.
Yeah,
there were a lot of people there. I wouldn't have known who did it.
Yeah. You legit asked me probably the most interesting question.
Oh, what was what?
It was you basically asked me. You asked me if I did full time, and you were like, so do you wake up every single day terrified financially? And I was just like,
yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
That's the most real question you can. I mean, that's it. Like, that's the whole thing. I think that true. One of the things about streaming, and to a larger extent, like YouTube or Instagram or anywhere where somebody is like, an influencer, which is like the market term for anybody who does what we do. Like, the whole concept is so new that it's a lot like other parts of entertainment, like the movie industry. Like, a lot of things that are starting to happen in the streaming space are things that happened 70, 80 years ago in movies, where people were contracted to specific, like, this is an MGM person and this is a Fox person, this is a whatever, and you only did work for that studio. And part of that was because everyone who was creating wanted stability, and there's just none of it. Yeah. I think that one of the first streaming platform that figures out a way to run some kind of algorithm to give everybody a base income based off of their past income, like a value prop, so that what your paycheck's going to be every month, no matter what, at least what the bottom of it is. I think that'll be a big thing. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but if I was Mixer and I was trying to get more market space, I would devote time and resources to solving that problem. Cough.
Hey,
Loud
Preston,
cough.
you lurking in here, Preston?
Where's precedent? Do I have to?
Just start everybody DM. Do we all have the same partner manager? I think we do.
I think so. Hollywood, you got Preston?
I got MK.
Oh,
The best.
See, I told you we had to kick him off the panel.
I know, right? Like you guys touched on something that's super important. I want to kind of briefly touch on real quick again. Is this whole be yourself thing? Like, there's a difference between having a character like Dr. Disrespect and being someone fake and being someone you think people want to see. Like, if you want to create a character, a persona, that's fine. But just remember you're acting in character.
mm-hmm.
If you can't do that for whatever reason, like I couldn't do that. Like I couldn't put up that show for like
I wouldn't
8 to 9 hours a day every day. There's no way I could do that. So I'm just going to be myself. And if people don't like me, then oh well, shit happens. You know, go follow Hollywood or Hands or Ruffles or
Mixer.com. So.
yeah. You know, it is what it is. But each person is different, and everyone you get in your channel will either like you or not like you, and it's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has opinions. Everyone has different tastes. Like, just because someone doesn't hang out with you, it doesn't mean you're a bad streamer or a bad person. It's just they're not your type of entertainment.
Exactly. You're just not their flavor.
Yeah, it's like you don't watch every single TV program that comes on because you don't like every single TV program. So you kind of need to look at your stream as a TV show, which kind of slides into another question that people ask, like, what are the 3 main things that you should do as a new streamer? My opinion is be consistent. Like I said, think of your stream as a TV show. Everyone has a favorite TV show. They know what channel it's going to be on, what day it's going to be on, what time it's going to be on. And they essentially plan their day around that TV show. Like when Game of Thrones are on, I'm not doing nothing. I'm sitting down and watching Game of Thrones. The world can burn. I'm watching Game of Thrones.
Sunday, every night.
Exactly.
There you go.
So if you have your channel, your stream like that, so you're consistent. You know, if you only stream on Saturday and Sundays, then make sure you stream on Saturday and Sundays at the same time. That way people know you're going to be there. And if you have bonus streams, then great. Then you may pick up, you know, some other friends that come in and hang out. But you got to be consistent.
Yeah.
Make sure you keep those bonus.
Yeah, that's a huge thing. That's one of the main questions I get asked all the time. Is like, hey, I'm a new streamer, blah blah blah. Any advice? And the first thing I tell them is be consistent. You don't want to stream on a Sunday and then stream on a Thursday. If you can stream 2 days out of the week, stream on those 2 days every single week. Yeah. Don't do Sunday and Thursday, and then next week you're gonna do Monday, Tuesday. Because I'm not gonna know when the fuck to watch you, and that's just that's not, you're not being consistent. So I tell them, if you can do 2 days, 3 days, whatever, and then if you have an extra day that you can squeeze in there, then that'll surprise your community. Yeah. But just as long as you're consistent and play a game that you want to play. Just because I have 10 people in my chat, 6 of them like PUBG and the other 4 like Fortnite, and they're like, "Hey man, can you go play Fortnite?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I'm gonna play what I want to play right now. Maybe later." It's just, you gotta.
If you're not having fun, they can see it. It's not hard to tell.
Like I said, I mainly play PUBG. I'll switch over to Fortnite, and I'll still have my regulars in there because they're there to watch me. Whether I suck at the game or whether I'm funny or whatever, they're gonna stay there and watch me because I'm, they're there to watch me, not the game that I'm watching or playing. I'm sorry.
For me, the first thing that I noticed, and I started a hashtag, and y'all might think it's funny, but it's literally, I'm trying my best to get everybody on Mixer to get a profile picture. A profile picture is one of the main things that you need. A profile picture and a bio on top of consistency. You need profile picture and a bio. And if you can afford it, get a dang on the pro membership. Those 3 things will help you stand out on top of consistency to me. Mm-hmm. But my hashtag is no catfish subs. So if you sub to me, you got to have a profile picture.
I like that.
Man. Yeah, no, profile picture on Mixer specifically is definitely important. Like I'll scroll, like I'm not going to click on somebody that doesn't, just because for me, I look at it from the perspective of like, if you don't have a profile picture, you're not willing to take 5 minutes. I mean, probably less than 5 minutes to just go onto your account and add a profile picture. Are you really putting time and effort into your stream? You know, like if your name is XX, I love streaming 27XX, like just take some time aside and like just put some time and effort. Like streaming isn't all about the front end. Like it's not everything that you do on camera. It's so much of it is what you do not on camera.
Yeah, there's a lot of off stream work that goes into it.
OBS is a biatch.
Yeah,
it really is though.
I know. There should be a couple people in here that I know from my stream that said they were going to come here and ask questions about OBS. I was like, all right, man, just bring it.
You guys touched on something like super important, which is like the profile picture, but something that goes hand in hand with that, which Ruffles kind of mentioned, was your name itself.
Make it simple, man.
If you've got XXX Johnny Boy, Quick Scope 360, check me out, XXX.
He subbed to me actually.
I have a perfect example of that. So I don't remember how long ago it was, but I randomly decided one night, I was like, yo, let's stream something really freaking weird. So we decided to stream Catherine. Middle of the night, went to like 5 a.m. It was ridiculous. I got one of my diehard regulars, biggest supporter, there every day. One of my biggest is going to be there probably until I just can't stream anymore. And because he fell asleep midstream because we went to like 5 o'clock in the morning. Came in like 2 days later. I legit was not streaming Catherine at all. I think I was streaming Fortnite or something random. And he was like, hey, were you the guy streaming Catherine the other night? And I was like, yeah. He's like, good. I completely forgot to follow. I thought that was your name, but I wasn't 100% sure. And then he immediately subbed. And it was like one of those things, like, if my name wasn't simple, would he have actually been able to find me? Like, he was searching for accounts on the site that was what he thought my name was. Yeah. And he found me because of it. You know what I mean? Like, if my name was complicated, he probably wouldn't have found me.
ProfessorBroman, how important is your name, especially when it comes to like branding and stuff like that?
I mean, your name's really important to your branding. I think a lot of people stress about the wrong points. It just needs to be simple and reflective of you, which is something that all of you have said. But and then there's a guy out there who's like, man, I just started my channel and and like people know me and I'm like XX like Dick Puncher X52 and like I get it. The thing is that as long as whatever you have as a username is something that you are okay with standing behind from a long term, I think that you're all right. One of my closest friends on stream, and he recently moved over to Facebook with a lot of other people that did that. His name's Darkness429. Like, he's got numbers in his name, but it feels really natural when he talks about it. So I would say simple as possible, right? But if you're already in a situation where you have a weird ass name, and people know you by it, like Dick Puncher 42, then you just own it and be like, welcome to the Punch Squad, dude. Hope your nuts hurt. Like, whatever. Like the whole 9 yards. It's like naming conventions are important when you're starting out, but I wouldn't put so much thought into it that you're gonna have a stroke.
You could always simplify it later. Like, I made the joke, and it all started because of one of my old employees called me this once because Ruffles is so similar to my last name.
Okay.
My original streaming name was Ruffles the Destroyer.
Damn.
And, yeah. So I simplified it one day, and it's been a really good thing that I did that. But like, that's fine. It's just a little long. You can simplify it later.
Mine was XI King _ Hollywood IX.
Oh, you hear that guy?
Oh, man.
Okay.
Damn.
Mine was just hands off my nuts. Obviously, that was not very appropriate for Microsoft. So
Mine
you want
was
to stream on dashboard? Nope.
Mine was Parole. Funny enough.
Parole.
Yeah, and it was kind of like a derivative. Oh my gosh, I can't English today. So when I was in the army, I was a paratrooper. So the whole para, and then like I just have this thing with like lions and just like raw. I don't know.
Solid, dude.
I guess it's,
How was that again?
I guess it's my bedroom sound.
Flag
Roar.
fly, man.
Bedroom sound. Oh my god.
So my name was like Paror, and then I done some internet radio type thing, and I kind of changed it up to Pi, because my nickname in the army, one of my buddies started calling me Pikey. So if you know anything about the kind of English-Irish relationship, he was actually Irish, and we was just sitting around the team room, and one day he came in and was like, "Hey, Pikey, come do this." And I was like, "Huh, what, me?" He's like, yeah. I'm like, "You understand I'm not Irish, right?" He's like, "Yeah, I know, but it's the irony of it." I'm like, okay, fine. And it just stuck. Everyone started calling me Pikey. So when I started streaming, I just shortened it to Pi. At the time, you couldn't have a 2-letter name on Mixer. So it's like, well, the army has a saying, "Don't be that guy." So it's ThatPiGuy. So that's how I got my name. Yeah, it just kind of stuck.
I like it.
Nice. That was nice.
But yeah, so like names are, I think names are super important, not just because of the whole branding thing, or because, you know, Dick Puncher 42. That may actually be a good name. So if you need a name, you might want to grab that.
Someone better take it.
I just named my bot that, actually.
Gonna have
If I don't see a Dick Puncher 42 by the end of this, I'm going to be very disappointed in all.
it's free advertising, man.
I know, right? But like that's also another reason to choose your name, is that your name ends up being catchy. Like someone listens to your name and it sticks with them. So if you're having trouble finding a name, look for something that resonates with you and something that's catchy that people's going to remember.
Yeah.
We've had a few questions in the chat room so far. Let's try and hit on some of them real quick. Ange Click says, "Do you guys do giveaways before making any money?"
I think
that's up to you.
Yeah, that's entirely up to you. I think if you want to not necessarily sacrifice, I think if you want to show people like that you're, I guess, a good streamer, that you're coming out of your own pockets, you know. I did giveaways before I even got partner. I was like, hey, it doesn't have to be anything, extravagant. You could do $10 Xbox card or $10 PayPal or something to that extent. And it's just your way of showing, hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out, following, all that kind of stuff. And now, if I get money from subs or if I get donations, I'll just turn right back around and put that into a giveaway. And I'm not really pocketing anything out of it. I'm just saying, okay, someone donated me $20. The next 100 followers will do a $20 giveaway. And I'm just kind of spreading the love around, I just turn around and give it right back.
It's just giving to your community. It's not a giveaway. I mean, you shouldn't look at a giveaway as I'm just taking out of my pocket and giving it to people. I look at it as, people give you their time, coming to watch your stream and stuff like that, and it's just giving back to the community. So yes, I did giveaways beforehand. So yeah.
I think it depends on what you're doing too. Like, I never went into giveaways with the mindset of like, I'm gonna do giveaways specifically to get this end goal. I just kind of was like, you guys are just fucking awesome, and I just want to give back to you for fucking hanging out with me every day. Like, that's what I wanted to do, and I did it.
What are you guys' feeling on putting giveaway in your stream title?
I do it sometimes.
I'm guilty.
I don't do it all the time. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It's definitely clickbait.
Yeah, you can say clickbait. It's a form of marketing in my eyes. I do it and I don't do it. I don't judge anyone that does do it. There are people out there that criticize on people that do it, and that, I don't know, maybe it's not necessarily joining the bandwagon or jumping on it. It's just a form of marketing. If you want people to come in your stream, some people are going to come in there just for a giveaway, but some people will come in there for the giveaway and then they'll end up staying because of your personality and your stream.
Right.
I think it depends on how you do it too. Like, if you put giveaway in your title and then the giveaway's over and you have no more giveaways, change your damn title. If you have a giveaway and you say you put giveaway in your title, do the damn giveaway. Like, don't just put it in your title just to get people to show up and like, oh, we already did it earlier. Like, do it. But like, if you're gonna do it, like, I do it when we're doing certain promos. Like, I personally don't. I like making my title stupid.
Yeah.
Mixer will give us give us keys to give away. So obviously I'm going to put, hey, giving away Xbox Game Pass code, and
exactly.
It's intended to give away. So how the hell am I supposed to do it?
Right. I think it's just a self like it's your prerogative type thing. Like you can do what you want to do with it's your house. I can put my chair in the left corner if I want to.
Yeah, if it works for you, it works.
So whatever it works for you, it works for you. I don't judge anybody that does it. I've done it before. Yeah, I mean, but if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
I've done it. I don't like to do it because my thinking behind it is that generally when I do giveaways, I'm kind of giving stuff away as a thank you to my community for the love and support they've showed me, the hanging out, and just the loyalty. So if I put giveaway in my title, well, as soon as you put giveaway in your title, you're going to get a bunch of people come in specifically for that giveaway, and then once the giveaway's done, they leave. So if I announce the giveaway, then it's giving my community less chance to win that giveaway. So that's kind of my theory behind it and why I don't do it. Now, if I'm getting stuff from, Mixer or Microsoft, like the Game Passes and stuff like that, and there's a bunch of them, then yeah, I'll put giveaway in there because I know there's just going to be so much that the chances a large portion of my community is going to get something is probably pretty large. And I may even use some of that to give away to my community in Discord. Again, just letting everyone know that, hey, this is from Mixer. So I don't really do it a whole bunch, but that's really why I don't do it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I do it when I have promos, but that's about it.
Right.
Just because I want it to go to my community personally, or people that have shown up, hanging out just because they want to be there.
Really quick, you can for the guy for what ProfessorBroman said, I have a solution for all of that. What I do is, I do giveaways, but you have to have a certain amount of smash points. That's my chat currency. I don't know everybody else's chat currency, but you can't just come in and win a giveaway from my chat. You have to be there. I give away smash points when I win games, how many kills I get, so on and so forth. But you have to be in my stream to get those points.
Use your currency.
You know what I mean? So I do it that way instead of, hey, guys, hit that follow button and I'll give you something. You know what I mean? Because there's people out here, man, gambling for the lotto, bro, and it's millions of people. You think they ain't gonna gamble by pushing the follow button, fam? It's like 200 people in there. I will take that chance.
I got a weird guy that always comes in my chat. He doesn't even say hi. He just does ! Enter. Some guy by the name of ThatPiGuy just enters my chat. He doesn't even talk. And he thinks every time he comes in my channel, we're just doing a fucking giveaway. And I have to ban him out so many times. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Fuck that dude, man. Fuck that dude.
Out of curiosity, is it like a bald guy, whitish beard,
weird accent,
weird ass yellow glasses?
He thinks he's cool because he's sponsored by Gunner now. This fucking guy, he needs to be giving me some free glasses or something.
I think that dude's got dementia. He's like 72 years old or some shit. I wouldn't worry about him.
Hey, ProfessorBroman, giveaway for giveaway.
Follow for follow.
He's giving away an Xbox One X at the end of the stream, by the way. So
invite, bro.
Oh man!
Since we're speaking about the whole follow thing, Agent Epic wants to know, which do you believe is more important, more followers or a higher viewer retention?
Viewer retention. It's not even a comparison.
Follower is just a number, man. I'm looking at your stats right now. ProfessorBroman 37,486. You don't have 37,000 people watching you right now.
I know, right?
So definitely the consistency in viewers.
Dead channel, dude. Rip.
I can give a perfect example of this.
And rip.
I'm moving to Twitch.
I've diversified. I've gone way more variety than I used to about a month and a half ago ish. 2 months ago, maybe. I don't know. I used to average, what I'm getting is I used to average more viewers 10,000 followers ago than I do now. But I'm having way more fun.
Yep.
And my regulars are enjoying it more because I'm diversifying and I'm not playing the same game over and over. I'm not that kind of person. I like multiplayer games and I can play them over and over and over again. But I like diversifying a bit more. And ever since I've done that, I've definitely lost some regulars that are like, are you playing that game today? No. All right, later.
But you're playing what you want to play
again? No, I'm not playing it today either. And they're like, all right, bye. And then you never see them again. But the regulars that are there, I know that they are there every stream. It doesn't matter what I'm playing. They don't care. And to me, that was more important.
Yeah. I mean, your followers, it's a number. It looks good, but I don't care. You can be starting off with 10 followers or 100,000 followers. You're not getting 100,000 people that are watching your stream every single day.
What you were saying, Broman? I think Broman was saying something. I don't know what he was.
Oh man. Oh no, I was just gonna completely agree with you. interactivity is the key metric that you need to care about. How many people show up and how many people are talking are more important than any other number that you have.
Yep.
Because, like, speaking from personal experience, right? Like 650,000 followers on Twitch, right? They don't all show up every day. Like some days I'll stream like last month I did a playthrough of Earthbound. It's like my favorite game ever, but it's like a Super Nintendo RPG. 500 people were watching. And then Sea of Thieves launch, I had like 7,000 people watching. Like there's a difference.
Yeah.
Like the variability in that there's a lot to it. But I think more than any other number that you need to pay attention to, I think the core of this question is what should I focus on and what matters? And what matters is that you give a fuck about who's there at that moment. Whether it's 5 people or 5,000 people, they need your energy and time and focus.
Totally.
And you need to focus more on appreciating them instead of focusing on how many of them are not there.
Always should
Focus on who's there.
They could be doing anything, but they're taking time out of their day to sit there and watch you. So,
yeah,
you never know what's going on either. Like one of my dire regulars, one of my mods, like vanished off the face of the earth. I haven't seen him in a month and a half. I didn't know what happened. Literally popped into my Discord like a week ago and was just like, "Hey, just want to let you guys know I miss you guys so much. Some family stuff went down. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna hopefully be back in the next week or two." And I was like, "It's nice to see that, but like you would never know that." You know, you can never blame yourself for somebody not showing up. You never know what's going on in people's lives.
Yeah. Professor Broman, you touched on something real quick that there isn't, I guess, at the beginner level, but I guess it applies to every streamer ever. And you would experience it more so than anyone else here because, I mean, you have such a large following on Twitch and you have such a, generally speaking, a higher view account than anyone on Mixer. When you have them days where you have 500 viewers and then the next day you'll stream something else and you have them 7,000 viewers, like how do you handle that from like, am I doing something wrong? Like, why have I only got 500?
I used to blame myself, but there's this, I mean, like, listen, there are empirically correct ways to operate your stream, right? Like based off of metrics. And I'm lucky enough that like I have a management company called Online Performers Group. And I can't recommend. They don't really work with a lot of people, but the CEO, his name is Omeed, Omeed, and if you have any desire at all about like insight as to what it is on the back end, like the behind the scenes with working with companies and stuff about streaming, I'd recommend following him. But like they have an analytics guy, and literally for 1 month I was like, just give me the analytics and I'll stream what they say, when I'm supposed to stream, what game I'm supposed to stream. And I did it for a month, and I wanted to. I fucking hated streaming, you know, because I did everything that was right. Like the right game, the right time. I was waking up at 6 a.m., streaming 6 a.m. to noon, going offline, and then getting back online at 3 and streaming from like 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Because those were the analytically best times and made me incredibly unhappy. So I think that after that experience, it really kind of enlightened me. And I would say this, you always need to decide what your goal is for the day. Like if your goal is like, I really want to try and grow my channel today, then you need to do all the analytics stuff and you need to find the best game to stream that day for your growth. But if you're like, I need to chill today, you need to accept that. And like your community's still going to appreciate it. They're going to show up and be like, oh my God, you're playing like whatever the fuck. I got more support playing Earthbound than I got when I was streaming Sea of Thieves, like the day that it came out. Like it's about the depth of connection. So you have to balance growing and connecting. And I like to think of them as opposite sides of a coin. If you're really trying to connect with people, you're not going to give a shit about any of the other analytics. Yeah. But if you're really trying to grow, you're going to focus on all those analytics and streaming the right thing and still putting on a great show. You know, it doesn't change the core of your content. But I think accepting those two realities for me kind of got me over the hump of blaming myself and thinking I was an idiot and that my channel was dying and that I was terrible.
I think that's the most important part of what Broman said. I feel as though the more people you connect with in your core community, the bigger your community is going to grow. Now, it might grow slower, but you're going to have those steady people there. This is one of the main reasons I don't stream Fortnite and get, because I used to stream Fortnite every day and get 200 plus viewers. I stopped doing it because my core group were kids that were emotional, that will come and leave, come and leave, come and leave, come and leave, and they don't care. They don't care about your stream. They just care about playing with you and doing dances on your stream and try to get clout off of you and then leave. This is one of the main reasons I stopped streaming Fortnite every day. I played what I wanted to play, and I had so much more fun streaming PUBG or Monster Hunter or anything else. Always focus on your core community and the people that always come in. Never. I'm not saying don't focus on your chat. Always focus on your chat, but always focus more on your core community. To me, that's
totally
focusing on connecting with people never goes wrong.
No.
Yeah, I fell into that that hole as well before. I used to play a lot of Rainbow Six because a lot of people, when I played Rainbow Six when I wanted to, when I was a very, very small streamer, still very, very new, and you know, I was falling into that trap. People would come in when I played Rainbow Six and they'd want to see it more and more and more, but I wasn't, like, the game's a good game, it's just like I'm not in love with the game. So the more I would play it, the more I would hate it, and then I could see the resent coming out of me and into the stream, and I noticed it, and I had to take a step back, and I was like, you know what, I'm not doing it. I have to play the games I enjoy playing, because if I don't, I'm not having fun. That means everyone else is not having fun, and then it's just pointless me streaming. So yeah, like, couldn't do it.
Find yourself.
Just a word of advice that I guess people that are starting to stream or up and coming streamers, they're so worried about numbers. I guess you can say analytics. They're so worried about their viewers that they have their own stream up, or they're saying, "Oh my god, I have 5 people watching me." Oh my god, and they start freaking out. This is what I did. I used to do that, and then I started. I don't want to use the term not caring, but I stopped caring about how many people were watching me. So I would close my stream and just have my chat open. I would pop out chat. So whether it's 10 people watching me, compared to when Sea of Thieves came out, I had 900 plus people watching me. I did the same thing, whether it was 10 or 900. I put my little pirate hat on. I did the little act because it was a new game, and I just thought it was right. And I went along with it. Yeah, you can see chat moving a little bit more quicker, but don't worry about whether there's 2 people watching you or 50 people watching you. Just that number. Yeah, that number, when people see that number, that there's 25 people watching, they start acting a different way. I guarantee you close your stream and you don't see how many people are in your chat, you'll continue to act the same way. Those people will come back and watch you more and more and more. Yep. So don't worry about the viewer count.
Yep, it goes back to that consistency in viewers. Your goal is to build your community, not get 30, 40 viewers that night. Like you want people coming back. You want people to become friends and hang out with you every night consistently, rather than just different people every night.
Think about it from a viewership thing, like we were talking about before too. Like, you could stream, let's just say I hate PUBG, but I'm going to stream PUBG because I get more views when I get PUBG. So I earned 100 followers in a stream if I play PUBG, but if I play this other game I want to play, I'm going to get 15 followers, but those 15 followers are probably going to be way more likely to come back than the 100 people. Like, there's a balance. Mm-hmm. There is a balance, and people are they're gonna catch on.
It's like the old saying, man. I'd rather have 10 wolves than 1,000 sheep. Like, I would rather have 10 wolves in my stream that's dedicated to my pack than 1,000 people that's gonna flake on me as soon as one wolf shows.
Yeah.
Is that like having a one-man wolf pack, and now you've just brought another one man into your wolf pack? And now we're a 2-man wolf pack.
I like that. I mean, it's all about quality.
Yeah, it's definitely it.
Yeah.
So Martialion and Officer Blue kind of have the same type of question. They said, I make just enough to live on, so I don't have much to put on a stream setup. What equipment would you recommend on a budget? And how much did it cost on average for each of you to start up your streaming setup? With me, I had an Asus gaming laptop that had some age on it. I had a crappy webcam, and that was it. I started streaming with that. Started with Rocket League. Another great streamer here on Mixer, Scuffy, and G-Flow. They kind of helped me set everything up and kind of get it to a level that I could kind of stream it. and then I streamed that for like maybe a week, and I was like, okay, I need to upgrade. So that at that point, I kind of went out and spent a little bit of money, maybe a couple of $100, to get to the point where I could stream, basic games like Friday the 13th, like Rainbow Six Siege, stuff like that. Just stuff like that wasn't really computer intensive, but it was still games I enjoyed and could stream and play at the same time. So for me, it was no more than say $500.
Yeah. Mine is a little weird. So I've been making like YouTube content since I was like 16 years old. So like I've accumulated a lot of the stuff that I've gotten over time. But when I first started streaming, so my first broadcast was like a 12-hour, one person showed up the entire time stream when Taken King came out. And at that point, I legit just had I think it was like a $30 or $40 webcam. And then I bought a used Elgato online for, I think it was like $80. And I plugged it into my really crappy laptop. And it worked. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but over time, you don't need the best quality in the world. Just like you can get a fairly your gaming headset might be a decent enough mic to work. Like you don't need to get a fancy mic. You don't do that over time when it makes sense. Like if see what you have. Honestly, I would say focus on sound quality. Your mic is probably the most important thing. Webcam, I would say, is the next most important thing.
Yeah.
At least nowadays, people like I can't personally watch most people that don't have a webcam. It's hard for me because I like that person, like that personality, I guess, or
the human interaction.
Yeah. Like for me, that's it. But some people don't care. But I would say like if your mic sounds terrible, that should be your first investment. And you can get a pretty damn good AT2020 USB mic for like $80. Like they are not that expensive and they sound great.
I would say from my personal experience, and some of you guys will probably disagree with it, but your tools to start streaming are right in front of you guys. You're watching on it right now.
Xbox.
Yep.
Right in front of you, dude.
Yep.
You do not have to spend buku cash on anything off the rip. All you have to do, listen to me. I did it. Kev did it. Uncool Kev. A lot of you guys
partnered.
We got partnered from Xbox.
Yep.
All you have to do is sit your butt down, hit the guide button, go over a couple tabs, and hit broadcast.
Yeah, and you can plug any webcam in now too.
Yep, that's all you got to do. You don't need all of the fancy lights and things at first. Build your community.
That comes with time.
Provide for you. I'm telling you right now. I tell everybody that your community will provide for you in due time. Your community will provide. If you build enough people, they will provide for you the things that you need. I started on Xbox. Luckily, I had an i7 5500 laptop collecting dust in my closet that I didn't even know I had. I started on Xbox, and one of my homeboys was like, "Bro, you got a laptop?" I was like, "Yes." I got an i7 5500. He was like, "Dude, you can stream with that." I didn't spend any money at the first beginning. So make sure you guys using your resources that you have first.
So it's there. And whether you have a camera or not. Me personally, I like to watch people that have a webcam just to see who I'm watching game reactions.
Right.
Whether they're happy, they're sad. But you have the tools right there. Like Hollywood said, I have a decent setup. Not to sound big head, but it's a decent setup. But I didn't just go out and buy all this with one chunk and like, hey, look at this. I slowly upgraded. Like someone would donate money. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy this. I'm gonna buy that. You don't have to get it all at one time. Just little by little, build it up, and then your stream will turn out to be your stream, and you're just you're providing for your community.
I've even had people tell me that they went out and spent hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on all this Gucci equipment, top of the line stuff. They streamed for like 2 months and they hated it.
And
that's why you need to start. I tell everybody that. Everyone, what do I need to start streaming? You.
Yep.
Because this is the situation, and people do this shit with streamers now, but they've done it throughout all of human history with musicians and actors. Like, name a fucking job. they look at it and they look up to it and they say, oh my God, life would be so perfect and easy if I could just do that. And they live on the other side of the fence, right? The grass is always greener, and they fucking live on that side of the fence in their head for years. And then with streaming, they'll go out and spend $2,000 on gear without ever broadcasting a day in their life. And then they'll start up their first broadcast and they fucking hate it.
Yep.
Like, no one here is telling you that you shouldn't improve the quality of your stream if you want to. But what everyone is saying is that's so unimportant compared to whether, like, if you don't know if you even like it, like, it's like
Don't
buying
go
a
spend the
car
money.
if you don't know how to drive. Like, don't fucking do it.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's just like, oh, I love video games. Okay, but do you love doing that? And like, there's so much more that goes into it.
Yeah,
There's so much more that goes into it.
Yeah, I can't stress enough. All right, so first of all, there's a difference between needing something and wanting something. There's a big difference. Understand that. If you don't like talking to people, majority of the time, you're not going to be a streamer. If you don't like to interact, because a lot of people think, oh yeah, I want to be a streamer. I'm good at video games. Okay, go try it. Because it's not just playing video games. I promise you, it's not playing. Go try playing a video game in front of a couple hundred people while reading chat, while reading donations, while reading followers, while reading subs, and then also focusing on the game and being decent at the game. It's not that easy.
It depends on the kind of person you are too. Like for me personally, like I just talk, like outside of streaming, if I'm playing a game, I start yelling. I get pissed off. Like, motherfucker, this is got. I start like it's just a thing that happens. Where my roommate's the polar opposite. He'll be the guy that will sit on the couch, he'll play a game for 4 or 5 hours, and he won't speak. You know what I mean? So it's like, are you comfortable talking to yourself for however long? Especially if you're not gonna have any viewers in the beginning, you're gonna be talking to yourself, because if you're not talking with somebody comes in, they're walking right out that door.
Yep.
And just to piggyback off of what Broman was saying about somebody would watch you, it's basically watching these guys that's on the panel right now, watching these guys perform and do their job, do their thing on their stream, and say, damn, dude, I can do that. But not knowing the amount of energy and work that goes into what we do. It's like us watching basketball and say, yo, Steph Curry trash. He trash. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you can't get on that court and do what he do every night. You know what I'm saying? So that to me, that's what people look at. Yo, I need to do what this guy is doing. But then when you get that $3,000 CPU and you got the lights and then you get on and there's 10 people in your stream, and then it goes to 5 and then it goes to 2, and you just spent $3,000 for nothing.
Yeah.
Got him.
One thing too, because I just think it is important what we're talking about right now, what Brev said in the chat. When streaming and you have no viewers, do you still interact while you're streaming? Yes, you have to. Yeah, you have to. I don't care if there's nobody there.
One
Talk
is
to yourself.
One is 1,000, bro.
Yeah, you need one. Always
one like 1,000.
That goes back to me saying earlier to
zero like 1,000.
Close your stream out so you don't see how many people are in there. Whether if there's 2 people in there, you talk to them, try to relate to them in some kind of story. If they're not talking, your chat's not being active, then commentate your own gameplay. Like say, okay, I see 2 guys over here. If I'm gonna go left, maybe they won't see me. Maybe sing a song or something. I don't fucking know.
Ask questions, dude. Like if you see people and they're not talking, ask questions.
It's like, damn, I just flipped that car. Have you ever flipped a car like that before? And then someone will say something, and then you just feed off of that shit.
I do it all the time. Like I find myself like, because there's points in the time in the game where you have to focus on the game because you want to get that chicken dinner and not like let everyone down, right? Especially when Hype Zone comes in and then you want to tell Hype Zone, yeah, we got a chicken dinner, now get the fuck out of here. You know, you want to focus on the game, so like you kind of ignore chat for a second, and I'll find myself like, shit, is he behind that tree? Did I see him? No. It's like, shit, that's a bush. I'm an idiot. Like, and I look, is he here? Is he like? And I'm like, I'm thinking whatever I'm thinking, I'm saying, no matter how dumb it sounds. That's how you kind of interact with anybody or nobody in your chat.
And then you start noticing that people start to think you're crazy because you start talking to yourself when you're not streaming.
It's like, damn, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. This guy's fucking dumb.
You want to hear a funny story real quick? A couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I got up And my daughter was downstairs. She was like, "Hey, Dad, you were talking in your sleep last night." I'm like, "Yeah, that's nothing new."
Mhm.
And the wife was like, "No, but you were talking about streaming. Apparently, I was streaming while I was sleeping."
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I think you need to take a vacation, sir.
That's amazing.
Get that.
But
Anyway.
yeah, man, just going back. Just start on your Xbox, guys. Start on your Xbox.
Yeah.
Get you a Connect. Go get you a $25 Logitech. You don't have to have a 1080p glitz and glam cam. I swear to Bob, it's $24.99 at Walmart. $24.99 for what?
He's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
See if you like it first.
If you're gonna do Xbox, go invest in a webcam. I'm not saying that you can't be successful without a webcam, but it's 2018. People
Yeah.
would like to watch streams with webcam. The only person that I know that is very, very successful with streaming without a webcam is obviously Lyric. Lyric, he
He's
started
been
like
doing it
that,
for forever.
and he still does it. But get a webcam. People like to interact with you. They want to see reactions to something new.
It's just
That's
human
some-
nature.
Weird people. You got some weird people out here, bro. That you literally turn your webcam off and they will literally leave your stream immediately because they
Mhm.
want to see you.
So,
Scuba Steve wants to know what's a good way to pick mods for your stream, and how do you go about doing it?
consistency in the chat.
I think you got to lead by example and see the people that are trying to help. You'll see like put forth what you want. Like explain it. Like if you're banning somebody for because they do whatever and it's violent, like that's not cool here. Say it's not cool here, and like you'll see it. Like you'll start to notice that your regulars will notice like, "All right, guys, hold on, I got to take care of this," because you're like stopping a ban and report somebody because you don't have a mod. Or your mod is gone that day, or your 3 mods are gone that day. And you'll see that people will start to whisper you. They'll start to reach out to you, DM, and be like, "Hey, man, like, do you need help? Like, I'm here if you need anything." I have some regulars that, like, legit, they are like, "Hey, I really would much rather just be able to enjoy the stream and not mod. But if you ever need me, let me know, and I will be fine to mod for that day. Or I'll be fine to mod for this next few hours." Like, your viewers, if you build that community and you show what you want, they will want to help because that's their place to hang out. They don't want anybody screwing that up. They'll want to help and keep that community strong.
Yep.
I actually do mod meetings. So like I get the people that I think that I want to be a mod, and first thing I ask them to do is try to learn the commands. And if you can learn the commands, and if you've been spending time in my stream, then boom, I can give you mod.
So
people that act not in a bad way, but people that kind of act as mods even though they're not mods. Like you may not have mods present in your chat, so there's trolls in there, and one of your regulars is like, "Hey, calm down, respect the rules," and blah 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 blah. Those are people that are potentially future mod that
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm not sure how things work over at Twitch. I'm assuming it's somewhat similar to Mixer. But Pipe Hitter wants to know, do you think it's important to have your channel open to family-friendly or teen when starting out to get exposure, or could someone have success with 18+? I don't know if Twitch has age ratings like
You
that.
could have success presenting content that's the most authentic version of you.
It depends on
If
you.
it like I tried to do no stream, like I have a foul mouth. And so if I spend all my energy trying to stop swearing, then I wouldn't be talking. So, and we've had fun with it. Like we just did a charity event for St. Jude, and it was a week long. And so for a whole week I had to not stream. I still streamed, swore a whole bunch, but I had to pay up to the charity. I had like a swear jar as a joke. So I think that the most important thing is just being authentic, and that like you'll get there. Like if you're good and you've got it, it doesn't matter who can and cannot watch your stream. Also, nobody fucking like, please, like they're kids. Anyone like I don't really like on Twitch. It's mature broadcast. Like this broadcast is for mature audiences only, and then like it's full of 12-year-olds. So I wouldn't stress too much out about it.
I mean,
Dick Puncher 42.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's,
like
he just added me. What the fuck?
he's just
has anybody
punching dicks
here
the
heard
old
how
way.
I talk at all? Like, And all of you got to know how I fucking talk, dude.
Right.
Like, I'm doing all right.
Yep.
Like, so,
Hey, I agree with Broman, man. That's 100% true.
Be yourself, man. If you're the kind of person that you're just like, nah, man, like I want it clean. That's how I want it. Like,
Yeah.
that's you. Then do it. But like, for me, like I have people come in my chat and they're like, can you please not curse? I'm like, no. Like, I'm sorry, but like, if you don't like it, like there's plenty of other people who are teen and family friendly, but like, dude, I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. And if you're not into that, you're not going to be into it. And I'm sorry. But
It was legit.
Plenty of other people.
I followed. That was legit one of the reasons why I followed Ruffles. Like he was literally a white version of me.
Racist confirmed. All right. Next question, boys. Let's go.
Like, that's why
Hey, Ruffles, he just told me that a month and a half ago in my face at PAX South. So he said I was a white version of him. So
Really?
I don't know what to fucking believe anymore.
All right. See, I see what he's doing. I see what he's trying to butter us
Wait
all
till
up.
PAX sees. All right.
Trying to butter us up. Wait, me and HandsOff are going to tackle you down, boy. Tie you up.
I used to stream on 18 plus, and then I noticed that I was getting a lot of people in my community, like adults, that would end up throwing me up on their TV in the living room while they're getting dinner ready or getting the kids ready for bed. So I kind of took that into account. Like I cuss at home. Like I was in the army. I cuss a lot. So my kids are used to it. I mean, they get the belt if they want to kind of start cussing around me. They can start cussing when they leave home, but until then, you know, kids are kids. But when it comes to other people's kids, I have to be conscious of what I say and how I say it and what I do, because as a streamer, you then become, whether you realize it or not, you become an influencer and people look up to you. So if someone's putting me on their big TV at home because they want to watch while they're doing housework or whatever the case may be, then I have to be conscious of that. So I put it on teen to keep chat clean because of that. And it makes me realize that I'm on teen. So then I'm not, you know, shouting and swearing while someone's got me up on their big screen and then their kids are listening to me. So that's why I stream on teen. There are nights that I drink what I call apple juice, where I get shit-faced hammered, and then it all comes out. But I'm on 18, and I tell everybody before that, and it's like, whatever, let's do it.
Remind me when that happens, please.
I tried to do teen. I can't. I do when I'm on Dash, but like I just like
that's the only time.
Annoyed. I start to like get frustrated. Occasionally, staff will come in, they'll whisper to me, be like, "Hey, man, tone it down a little bit." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." But I don't know. You gotta be yourself, man.
Yeah, that's essentially what it goes back to. It's just be yourself. People are gonna like you for you. Don't base your content and how you make your content based off of other people. If they want to be a part of your community and hang out with you, then they're gonna accept you for who you are. So just be you. Do you.
Yep.
Exactly.
Let me see. We have Always Frosty says, when you're down in the dumps with personal issues, whether they be medical, anxiety, family problems, money, job, whatever the case may be, how do you overcome them issues and essentially force yourself to stream to keep that kind of consistency going?
I would answer this from my point of view. I have 3 kids. I have a wife. Like right now, my son and my 2 daughters are sick, so that's sickness, and I have to take care of them before I stream. So basically, to answer that question for me, I say take care of your personal life first, because if you don't take care of that, it's gonna pour over eventually into your stream, and it's gonna become toxic to your community, and you're gonna be pissed off, and somebody's gonna say something wrong to you, then you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It's basically take care of your stuff first, then stream. It's gonna be there. Always, it's Mix and Create. Mix and Create is there. You don't have to play video game. You can hop on Mix and Create real quick. Hey guys, you know, I can't stream today, or you know, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. But handle your business first, man. Always handle your life issues first before streaming.
It'll leak into your stream. There's only so much that you can keep suppressed before it'll finally boil over.
And you're the way, like if I have a regular come in my stream and say they notice right off the bat that something's different, that's because something in my personal life is obviously affecting me. So if you can't better yourself, then how the hell are you going to better someone else? You know, people come in my stream as as to get a smile or a laugh for the day. So if I can't even provide a laugh or a smile, then obviously something's fucking up.
Mhm.
So you got to better yourself before you better anyone else.
Right.
Yeah.
100%.
It kind of goes along with, even if you don't have, personal issues going on, if you're raging on a game, unless that's your kind of stream, but if you're raging on a game, it gets to the point where, you've gone from fun, happy stream to now it's toxic. Like when I play Cuphead, and it's like, no, fuck this game, I'm done. You also got to know when to be like, you know what? Like we done it the other night with PUBG, because PUBG was shitty ass servers and a shitty ass fucking loot. So it's like, you know what?
Tell us how you really feel.
I can't do this, guys. I really can't do this. I don't want to make it a bad experience for you. I love you guys. Thank you so much. We'll catch you tomorrow when Robo fixes this fucking game. And that was it. And then we took off.
There you go.
Robo!
Robo!
Where you at, Robo?
So you kind of have to know when to take that step back, even if it means cutting your stream short.
Yep.
I think if you're open and honest with people, because at the end of the day, you're here to have fun yourself, but also entertain your community. So if you can't do that successfully, then you're not doing your job properly to the fullest extent of your abilities. So therefore, you shouldn't be doing it. So take that extra time, step back, take care of the issues you got to take care of, and then come back stronger and better than you did before.
Yeah.
Surround
The
yourself
community is
with
always
positive-
going to understand too. They're always going to understand. Like I said, when I went full time, I was so afraid to take a day off. I went from November 15th until PAX East without a day off. And I went to PAX East, and I was hanging out talking to Omni Waffle, and he yelled at me and was like, "Stop! You need to take a day." So I went to my Discord and I was like, "Hey, so I'm thinking about taking one day off this day. What do you guys think?" And my community in Discord was like, "Take 2 days." I was like, "What?" They're like, "Take 2 days." I was like, okay. And I have to say to you, I've been so much less stressed, dude. I've been so much less stressed ever since.
At the end of the day, we're all human, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not.
I recently had lower back surgery, and like the trooper I am with the army mentality, I had a back surgery Tuesday morning. Tuesday night, I came back and started streaming.
I seen that stream too.
Yeah.
I seen you streaming too.
So I was in, let's just say, just a little bit of pain. So Sunday's my only day off. So come Sunday, I took the day off, and then Monday morning, I was like, you know what? I'm taking Monday off as well. I just can't do it. I need to relax. I should have done this before. I need to do it. So even though, like, in your head, you want to continue the grind, you want to do it. Like, you have to have that discipline to kind of understand that, no, I have to take time for myself. I mean,
Don't get burned out.
Yeah, it's hard. Like, we all do it. I know we all do it. I know when Broman started streaming, correct me if I'm wrong, Broman, but you didn't take a day off until you was around, what, 100,000, 200,000 followers, something like that?
I didn't take a day off for the first 2.5 years.
Damn.
So you streamed 7 days a week for the first
7 days a
2.5
week, 12 to 18 hours a day, every day for 2.5 years. Yeah.
That is
Not bad.
insane.
Not bad.
I wouldn't recommend it. But like, that's what I did. And that was 5 years ago. And I really, really felt like there was a lot of white space on Twitch. There was still a lot of room for people to grow. And I wanted to take the time that I could to capitalize on it when I could. It's definitely important to take care of yourself. But, I was young and single, and I didn't have anything else to do other than try and make my dream happen. So if that's the situation that you're in, it's a viable strategy. It's really hard not to grow if you, 1, don't suck, and 2, are always there.
Yeah.
You have to not suck, though. You have to be good. You have
Sorry,
to be
PiGuy.
entertaining. Yeah. You have to have some sort of offering on your channel. But yeah, like I think that balance is really important. I try to take 1 day off a week, but I think I probably average more like once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'll take a day off. Part of that's, but I mean, for me, it's really different now. Like and this is something, if you want to get like, way down the path of streaming, nobody streams forever. And so like a lot of the work that I do now along with streaming is getting ready for whenever the eventual transition, whether forced or not, happens for me, then I need to stop streaming. So I think that another thing to keep in mind for everyone who's streaming, especially as you're growing, is keep in mind what you want to do next. And while you're, giving everything you can to what you've got, make sure you're branching out into other things that you're passionate with, because you're never going to have more leverage than when all eyes are on you. So if your channel's going and it's growing great, that's cool, but like make sure you're pushing people to your Twitter and your Instagram and your Snapchat and like everywhere else, so that your social footprint isn't all in one place. That's one of my biggest regrets. Is that I waited like a year and a half to start my Twitter account and I waited 4 years to start my Instagram until my wife, I met someone, got engaged and got married while streaming before I started an Instagram. Like that was a fucking mistake. So, just make sure that you're always like, along with everything you're doing right now, you're trying to put out good content in other locations as well. Cause it might be the golden parachute you need, if something goes bottoms up.
Yep. Just time and effort, man. Time and effort is gonna determine whether you are a good streamer, great streamer, or bad streamer. Time and effort.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's it's super important. So you touched on kind of life after streaming, Broman. Like obviously you're like one of the leading industry professionals on this, because you don't just stream, you do other things as well. So for I guess everybody, again, not really a basic question, but what doors can streaming open for you? Where can it lead you? What places
it can open any door. Content can open any door that you want it to. Like it really can. Like if you're a graphic designer and you're streaming that, you might only need to stream it for 6 months before you have a full portfolio of people that you're doing work for off stream. It can open up jobs in aerospace. It can open up jobs in manufacturing. Like it doesn't matter, because everybody plays video games. Like right now, like if you have let's say you stream Fortnite and you average 50 people concurrent the whole time you're watching. And remember, concurrent just means people who are there now, and viewer churn is real, which means you might have 2 to 5,000 people coming through your stream every single day. If you're like, hey, I really like cars and I'm looking into working with car detailing, in my local area, I live here in Tampa, Florida. If there's anybody run a car detailing business, and you never know, someone in chat might be like, yo, I love your stream. And I totally like, my grandpa does a car detailing thing. Like, I love to hook you up. And then now you have a connection.
Yep.
Right. And you just execute on that. So examples from my life, my current video production assistant who does all my stuff for YouTube, I met on stream. My graphic designer, I met on stream. He actually took meeting people on stream and turned it into a full-time graphic designing career. And he's worked with Bungie. He's worked with Epic. He's worked with everyone. It's just about your passion. And so like for me, we took streaming and we turned it into a convention. We have Guardian Con. This is the 3rd year. It's a massive, gaming convention focused on positivity, gaming, and community. We raised money for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We've raised $2 million so far. This year, we're trying to raise $2.4 million. Like, this is all the result of the network that comes innate from streaming. So I think that streaming and making content can open any door you want it to. You just need to pay attention to what door you want it to be and follow your passion, right? So I have a few things that I'm passionate in life outside of gaming, and I'm building scaffolding off of my stream into those spaces. So charity, I also, we have a coffee company now that we started based off of the, knowledge base we built from streaming, because I like coffee. I think that, and I know that this is like, I've been doing this for 5 years, but this is something that you can do no matter what the size of your channel is. On my podcast, we've had people who come on that talked about how like they're coding, and I'm like, oh, just stream you coding whatever the fuck your current project is for school. And they've come back the next day or two and they've been like, holy shit, bro, man, like these people came in a chat and they were like, yo, I love the way that you code. Like, do you work anywhere? Can I find you a job? Like, whatever. Like, just being willing and open enough to put it all out there and look for other people who are passionate about the same stuff you are. You won't know what kind of doors that can open for you.
Yeah.
Yep. You wouldn't believe how, like someone said earlier, you don't know who's watching, and you don't know what interests other people have. So if you're into coding, stream some coding. You could have Bill Gates in your stream. You never know.
Don't fucking know. Like, you legitimately, like, you could have like the top financial advisor in the entire country watching your fucking stream because they love PUBG.
Yep.
And you could be like, I'm really looking for financial advice. And some dude shoots you an email and he's like, hi, I'm the vice president of fucking Goldman Sachs and I love your stream. You have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Like,
my username is DickPuncher42.
Yeah, man. Thanks for making fun of my Dick Punch name. Everybody in the office thinks it's hilarious. You know, you can accomplish a lot with streaming. I think that streaming, and to a further extent, like building a social network around you, is so magical. Like, the power that every single one, like the currency that everyone has traded throughout all human history is on relationship. If you have a dude that you know that got a like the most kick-ass job in the universe, and you come up and you're like, dude, how'd you get that job? He's like, yo, like, I knew this guy and he knew this dude's boss, and then he got me an interview. Like, it's all about that, except now you can do that shit to scale with everyone who's watching your stream. And when you like wrap your head around that, you really start to realize the possibilities that exist, even if you air quotes only have 10 viewers there, because you don't know who they could be. You just know their username.
I ain't gonna front. I like to lost my marbles when I seen the president of Xbox in my chat. So I didn't even
There
know.
you go, man. And on Mixer, you have such even more unique opportunities for connection like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, the audience, like, streaming has become, I was reading an article the other day, streaming has become the modern era TV.
TV, yep.
Yeah, it really has.
People tell me that all the time, like, literally. They come in my chat and they say, well, I'm at work, bro. You make my work day go so fast. Like, I just put these headphones in and I just listen. I don't even watch you. I listen to you from my pocket. And they go by so fast, dude. Like, I mean, but I'm telling you, you'll be surprised. So many people like literally sit and watch you like a TV show.
This is their entertainment. Like,
lurking, man.
We literally are cheaper than Netflix. So,
like, that is actually true.
You guys know me. I'm a PUBG junkie. I played fucking day in and day out. 2,500 hours in it. So when I went to PAX South and I went to the PUBG party and I met PlayerUnknown, I've fanboyed, fangirl, whatever the hell you want to call it, little kid on Christmas. I was like, this guy just came walking up the stairs all casual. It's like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm like, do you know who the fuck you are? I was like, do you know who you are? You know, I can I have 2,500 hours back of my life because of you? Thanks, man.
Yeah.
No, but you know,
man. You
anyway,
never know
someone could be watching right now, and you never know.
Yeah, but I mean, even like, it's a good thing on a resume too. Like, especially depending on what you're going for a job for. But like, it shows that you can put in work and dedication. Especially like the fact that we made it full time. Like, that's not easy.
When when I got invited to the New York Microsoft store, the flagship store where the Mixer Studios is at, and for the Friday the 13th tournament. I went up there and kind of in the back of the studio, they got this like little coffee room. So I was in there chugging coffee because I was tired as hell and I'm a coffee freak. This random dude came in and he was like, hey, how you doing? You know, just normal chit chat. He introduced himself. He was like the production manager of the studio thing, like the top dude. And we just got talking about games. Like, he was like, what games do you play? So I kind of told him. And he's like, have you ever played GTA? He's like, no, kinda. He's like, what do you think of it? I'm like, you know, I honestly think it's pretty crappy. I don't like it. There's no point to it.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, Jamie. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, just a bit of general knowledge. I'm the co-founder of Rockstar Games. Okay.
It was so good.
Well, you know what? GTA's not that bad. Dude. But I mean, like I didn't feel awkward or anything because I gave him my honest opinion. Like,
Yeah.
and
Right.
I explained why. It's like there's no point to it. Like, if you just carry on doing random things and run around in circles for days, that's why I don't like it. But there you go. I mean, just because it's not for me doesn't mean it's not for everyone. And he kind of respected that. And we still keep in touch now. We still kind of text each other and stuff. So even though you can meet anybody at any time, also remember, and it goes back to what we were saying earlier, be yourself. Don't try and tell people what you think they want to hear.
Right.
And as long as you're not a douche about things, people are going to respect you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I still got to find respect from Hands and Ruffles and Broman.
Got to win one of my giveaways, man.
We got a question here from Official Tech Effect. It's probably the most asked question ever. How do you start getting viewers when you start streaming?
You just start.
Don't
streaming.
worry about it.
Network.
Yeah, network.
I'm
Like,
really gonna straight up tell you, like,
Don't worry about it is great advice. But
Don't
if you
worry.
actually want to fucking do something about it, network.
Network.
Network. Quit being a bitch. Network.
Yep.
Like, listen, this is a social field, right? And I'm very adamant about this because I get this question so much it hurts my brain. I just got started, no one's there. Fucking network. Go to every fucking forum, every fucking Discord, every fucking stream, everywhere, and go in there and become friends with those people, because that's what networking is.
Mhm.
The
Yeah,
reason
good
I
work.
started my stream and I never had less than 5 viewers because I had built a community of friends on the Speed Demos archive forums, and they all showed up every single time because it was just an extension of our already existing relationship. So if you're trying to figure out how to get someone to watch your stream, make friends online and they will come watch your stream.
And you'll meet friends too. Like,
Yeah.
How-
Networking
how-
is about
yeah.
making friends. Sorry, I haven't been on this here before.
yeah,
My networking is making friends. If you are networking to try and take advantage of whoever the fuck you're talking to, you're a piece of shit and you're going to fail.
Yep.
Networking is making friends.
If
It
you're
doesn't matter
scared,
how many followers or how little followers they have. It's about making friends. And you have to people who watch you need to be people who you connect with. And if you don't
Agreed.
understand the concept of networking as making friends, you need to grow the fuck up or get the fuck out.
yep.
if you're scared to go network and talk to other people in their chats, then maybe streaming's not for you.
Yeah.
But that's
Also,
a
don't-
huge factor of it.
Don't go in there with the mentality of like, I'm gonna meet this person and they're gonna come to my stream. Like, that's no. Like, so I met Hollywood. Me and him were both streaming Friday the 13th, and I was like, I went in there just to watch, and I was like, oh, this guy's cool. I said, hey, what's up, man? He's like, what the fuck? He's like, what? You're in my stream? I was like, you know who the fuck I am? I had no idea at the time that Hollywood ever watched me ever. And then me and him just started talking and fucking became like good friends, dude. Like, it just happens. Just go hang out, talk to people. Just, you all
To me, and I'm not telling anybody to do it the way I did, but to me, I like networking because I went to Ruffles. I met Hands through his stream. I network with people.
Mhm.
I make friends with people, but grow your stream yourself. Me personally, I always say grow your stream yourself, because you never want somebody else saying, hey, I did this for you.
Oh, no.
600,000 followers later. Hey,
100%.
You
No,
know what I'm saying?
100%. No,
It's not,
I
I literally thrive off of saying, I cannot emphasize this enough. You didn't plant my seed with me, so you're not getting any apples off my damn tree. So don't ask for any apples off my tree.
man, I like
Unsubbed.
Hollywood a lot.
So that's
Unsubbed right now.
No, that's good. No, that's it. Like, I was more talking about getting viewers in there, right? But that's such a good point, and I think a lot of people, and this is erroneous common knowledge, shit that everyone thinks is true, but it's just fucking wrong, right?
Right.
They think if I can get a big streamer to pay attention to me, it will make my channel. Guess what? Big streamers paying attention to you never makes a difference for anyone. It'll give you a marketing push, but if you suck shit, it'll be the death of your channel. And even if you're good, any of that growth, you're not their first fucking choice.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else is their first choice. So getting it on your own, like Hollywood said, and growing it on your own is so important. And like adopting and accepting that mentality is fucking key.
Mm-hmm.
Also, guys, follows for follows never, ever, ever work. If you can name someone that's made it big from follows to follows,
nobody.
I will give you my fucking house. It doesn't work.
It's the same thing with self promo. Like I tell people this all the time about my analogy. People come in like, "Hey, come check out my channels," blah 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 blah, and it gets new. My analogy is literally this: if say me and Hands are neighbors, Hands is having a party and his party's bumping, it's doing awesome, everybody's having a good time. My party's sucking. I got my friends sitting there eating Cheetos in the corner, and that's it. And I walk into Hands' party with a bottle of liquor, and I'm like, "Hey, man, I got a party going on. I got more liquor than this guy. Come hang out with me." I'm just gonna look like a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
It does
I'll
not
tell
work.
you to get out because you didn't bring the Cheetos too. So
There you go. But like, just don't do that. It doesn't work. It just gives you a bad reputation. It makes you look bad. It makes you look dumb. Just go hang out.
Anytime you want to do something, whether it's working out, whether it's going to school, whether it's taking care of your kids, anything is going to take energy and time. Do those two things, and I promise you it will grow if it's meant for you.
Mm-hmm.
If it's meant for you, it will happen. If it's not meant for you and it's taking however long, it's like, I'm going to put it like this, and I'm just being honest with somebody. I'm just being honest with you guys. If it took you 5 years to get 5,000 followers, stop doing this.
That's fair.
It's not for
fair.
you.
It's
Literally
not for everybody.
you. Streaming is not for everybody. Just because we make this shit look easy doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't mean it's easy. I get off this stream every day and I got to take care of 3 kids, show my wife attention and other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This is not easy. So just because we make it look easy doesn't mean it's easy. So
It's part of the illusion.
you gotta fail to succeed, man.
It's the Houdini thing, baby.
There's also no special secret.
It's
Like,
no secret.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, "Hey, my Discord's open, my DMs are open, like any question you have about streaming at all." And people will ask me every single question in the book, and I'm just be like, "Are you doing this? Are you doing this? Are you doing this? Are you doing this?" Yes, you are. Okay, you're doing everything right. Then why am I not getting viewers? Dude, I don't know. People might just not like you.
Oh,
I
you
don't
forgot
like, you
your
never
webcam.
know.
Oh.
Like
You forgot your
it's like
webcam.
you're doing everything right. It's like, oh, you have a schedule, you have this, you have this, you might just not be entertaining. That's just a fact, and that's something that people have
It's
to
not for
understand.
everybody.
It's because your name's Dick Puncher 24.
Yeah, not everybody can be a comedian. Like, not everybody can be a comedian. Not everybody can be a musician. Not everybody can be an actor. Like,
No.
it's not for everybody. It's just
Streaming
not.
Streaming to me is 85% behind the scenes, and the rest of that shit is on screen. Like on stream. 85% of the stuff, or 90% of the stuff that goes into the stream is when this camera is off.
Yep.
The rest of the stuff is when it's on. I'm telling you, man.
To this day, even though I'm a partner streamer with Mixer, blah 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 blah, I still go watch my VODs and critique myself as far as audio levels, video, what I need to do. You know, can I hear my music if I'm playing music? I self critique myself so much instead of having to ask my chat and stuff like that. You know, it saves them time, saves me time, and it's off stream work. There is a lot of work that goes into it off stream.
Being on stream, the actual stream portion of it is the fun part. That's the part you get to enjoy everything you've done. Like, I obviously need a lot of work with my green screen skills, but like being on stream and like playing video games and hanging out with you guys, that's the fun part. Like, that's the part I look forward to. All the rest of the stuff I hate doing, but I have to do it to be able to stream and hang out with you guys. It's a lot of work.
Save yourself some time too, guys. Everybody in the chat that are doing, like, going towards streaming, save yourself some time. Go to YouTube. Don't ask a million questions. Go to YouTube. YouTube literally has everything on YouTube. Like, you can find anything on YouTube. So go to YouTube. Take your time, the energy and time that I've said, the two things. and help yourself and not put more strain on a streamer as Ruffles or HandsOff. You come in his stream and be like, hey, can you tell me how to chroma key my green screen? And he says, go to YouTube. And then you're like, well, this guy's a dick, man. He told me
the other thing too is
people literally do that. Like, dude, take your time.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube and whatever, man.
Yeah. Just also like respect what they're saying. Like, I have a stream help section in my Discord, right? I have people come in and they ask me a question. I'll be like, hey man, the question you're answering is really in depth. It's not something I can realistically answer right now while I'm streaming. I'll try my best to help you later. But if you hop into my stream help section, I have plenty of mods and regulars they might be able to help you out right now. There's videos. It's not something I can help. 5 minutes later, hey, what about this? I got to, dude. I'm streaming. I'm streaming this game. I'm not streaming. Let me help XX Dick Puncher XX set up his stream. Like, you know, like it's a thing.
Wait, we still don't have a Dick Puncher 42 in chat yet.
I know. I don't know. I can't believe that hasn't happened yet.
I'm disappointed, guys.
I think that name is gonna get banned pretty soon.
Well, don't spell it right like that. I mean, come on, man.
Don't make your account Dick Puncher, okay?
So, Always Frosty has like a pretty good question. So I don't know. I think Twitch has the same feature. He says, if you get featured on like the carousel or the front page or whatever, how do you keep calm during the high number of new viewers coming into your channel if you're starting out and not used to like anything over 10, 20, 30 viewers?
Time. Get used to it. Like, it's just over time you get used to that, or you don't. Some people might not be able to handle it. Like, at the end of the day, like, you don't. In all honesty, like, everybody's different, dude. The first time I went from like the highest viewers I had at one point was like 120, and then I streamed one game and I had 450, and I just got amped up. I got excited. I was like, let's go. But some people might freak out. I never did personally, but everybody's different. Like, everybody handles it differently, and it's always going to change, you know?
Goes back to being yourself.
Yeah. Like, how do you handle it?
Being yourself. You act the same when those 25 people went there. Then when you get on Dash, the only reason that those people are coming to your stream is because of the way you're acting at that moment. So don't act different, you know, just be yourself. You know, I've been at the point where I've had 1,000 people watching me at one time. That was the most I've ever had. And I was like, what the hell? And I was in the hero spot. I think that's what they call it, the hero spot in the middle. And I'm just like, wait, where are all these people coming from? And I didn't even know about that. So, you know, just be yourself, stay calm. It goes back to you either being a streamer or you not being very good.
You got Dick Puncher 42.
Oh my god, I'm done.
So,
as here the whole time.
As partnered streamers, people look up to you guys even more than, you know, a non-partnered streamer. So Jessica Ray, I hope I said that right, says, I was once told by a partner streamer that you shouldn't play mainstream games. There are so many people who stream it and you won't get a following. They said to play odd indie or older games. Do you agree with that tip?
Play with
play what you want.
Yeah.
Play what you want.
If you are operating solely on the idea of metrics, what you need to do is you need to go to the Steam charts. You need to look at the top 10 games. You need to go back to the directory of whatever place you're going to stream on. You're going to see which one of those top 10 games is being purchased but not streamed, and then you stream that game.
Mm-hmm.
That is the best piece of advice I've ever heard about that. Aside from doing that, it's play whatever the fuck you want.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
But don't start. I mean, like, listen, if you're streaming Fortnite right now on Twitch, you are contending with every juggernaut streamer on the planet, every mid-level streamer on the planet, every small streamer on the planet, and you have 2 viewers. Like, it's not a smart move. I mean, you may love streaming it, and that's awesome, and focus on that. But if you want to grow and you're doing that, you're actually fucking insane.
Yeah.
You have to go somewhere where you can get some white space, where you can get noticed. which is one of the big reasons why I recommend people who are just starting streaming go to Mixer or Facebook Live, or now Facebook is gaming, because gaming content, like people are so stupid. Like, and I say this all the time, but like, if I walked up to a random person on the street that wanted to start streaming and I said, hey, listen, Twitch 2.0 came out. It's got all the same features that you'd expect from Twitch, and it's backed by one of the US's big top 3 tech companies. They'd be like, oh my God, what is it? Can I start now? But the second you're like, what about Mixer or Facebook gaming? They're like, I don't know. Like, so like, please, just fucking please. Okay. The 3 big tech giants in the US are fighting over this space. One of them has a foothold right now and has shit tons of broadcasters. If you are starting and you're not starting on Mixer and you're not starting on Facebook gaming, you're doing yourself a disservice and you will regret it in the future. I have said it a lot, and I'll go on record saying it. You will regret it.
Yeah.
Unless you think you are unbelievably talented. Which, if you are, go get yours, boy. Like, get it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't begin to explain the sheer amount of streamers I know that I've met that I've seen leave Twitch, come here, try it out, for some reason expect I'm going to blow up overnight, not get the exposure that they specifically expected to get, go back, and now they're reaching back out to me, and they're like, hey, man, I'm thinking about coming back. And I'm like, bro, you got to fucking pick a platform and stop jumping back and forth. Like, I have one of my old employees, literally, like, he saw the growth I had on Mixer, left Twitch, came to Mixer, he was getting a couple views, like he was starting to grow a little bit, but he didn't get the 1,000 followers that I got my very first month, and he was like, "Fuck this, I'm just gonna go back." And I'm like, "All right, dude," and now he's reaching out to me, literally wanting to come back, and it's like,
and that goes back to the measuring. It's just thing that man. You can't measure yourself off of somebody else ever.
Yeah,
you
it's not a dick measuring contest.
Exactly. You cannot put yourself up against the next man and say, "Well, I'm gonna be better than this man," and then when that man gets better than you, then you like, hold your head down, like, I guess I'll go over here and sit in the corner. Yeah, like you can't be like that.
Yeah. It takes time. Like, some people just get inherently lucky and they blow up really, really quick. I'm one of them people. It's like the only time in my life I've ever been lucky. It just happens to be here on Mixer. Everything else in my life is horrible. I got the worst luck ever. Other people, it takes a while. It takes 1, 2, 3 years to get where they've got. And regardless of whether you're lucky or whether it's taken time, everyone has one thing in common, and that is hard work and dedication. Like, you don't just get lucky and not put the work in, because it doesn't work like that. Like, you have to put the work in, and you kind of have to be lucky or put extra hard work in and have okay luck. Like, you have to have luck on some kind of level is what I'm trying to say. Like, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Marty has a kind of a good question. And I have like, I have a thing on this. We got magic, by the way. Hands, baby, with a resub. I made it.
Sir, we're doing a broadcast here. Can you
can you address your subs after the show, sir?
So Marty says, do you think you have to be good at the game you're playing while you're streaming, or just be a good streamer and a mediocre gamer?
That depends on what you want.
It doesn't hurt. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, it doesn't hurt to be good. Being good at the game is definitely a perk. If you're an entertaining streamer and you suck but you're funny at it, you know, if you know that you suck and you're gonna play it anyway, but you can be comical about it, then I'll fucking watch you. Then if you're gonna go play like PUBG and you're good at it, and then you can still be funny and be good at the same time, more kudos to you, man.
You can't,
because you're not gonna be good at every video game that you play.
True. You can't, but you can't suck and rage. Like,
no.
Trying you can't suck and then be like, God, this game, man, and then everybody's gonna leave your chat.
Yeah. The way I see it is you have essentially 3 types of streamers. You have informational streamers, which is kind of like this show. So people like Cranky Canuck, who's the Howard Stern of Mixer. where you do web show type things. You have streamers that stream just pro gameplay. They're pro gamers, and people just watch them for their pro gameplay. And then you have streamers that are entertainers that may be good at a game, that may be okay, that maybe suck at a game, but regardless of the gameplay, they're entertainers. They engage chat. They're entertaining. They're funny. They're goofy looking. They look like HandsOff. They, you know, it's just you know, it's just like, so
hold on, unsub. Hold on one second.
You have like them three main categories of streamers. So as you're kind of finding your footing, you need to work out where you fall into the mix.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with
that. Dick Puncher 42. We have a Dick Puncher 42. I like it. Well, Dick Puncher 42 says, what would you guys recommend in regards to managing social media platforms outside of Mixer or Twitch? What takes priority?
Well, first you got to change your name.
Yep.
You can't be Dick Puncher 42 on all social medias and expect to succeed. So you just gotta. I don't know. It's about networking. Social media. You wouldn't believe how huge the social media platform is as far as like Instagram and Twitter. That it speaks volumes, man. Whether you're just starting off or if you've had it, if you go live for a week straight and you don't even touch your Twitter saying, hey, I'm live, or I mean, at the minimum, the very least, at least say that you're live and, you know, shout yourself out, though you're linked up there. But people watch that, man. Like you stream on Mixer, it's a part of networking. You want to network and follow each other on Twitter. So when you go live, ProfessorBroman is going to see that I'm live. He's going to see it on Twitter. So he might not be doing nothing for the next 10 minutes. He'll click on it and come to my stream and hang out. It's huge.
Do the research on it too, like, and you like utilize whatever platform you have to grow your other platforms. Like that's one of the regrets that I have is I didn't really start focusing on my Twitter realistically until I think it was around right before I went full time, dude. I had like 500 Twitter followers, and then I got like 800 in a month because I finally was like, I need to freaking grow this damn thing because it's so important. And I wish I would have done it from the start, but like, just utilize what you have. There's so much information out there that is a Google search away, that just take the time to research. And that comes back to the back end work. Like, just take time, sit down. Like, let me look this up. I want to do X. Let me do as much research on X as I can. That's what I do with streaming. I listen to so many podcasts over and over and over and over and over again, to the point where I basically memorize the shit, to the point where I could read it word for word. But you have to take the time to do that.
Yeah, social media is super, super important. Like your stream is one thing, but look at social media as a marketing tool. How do you reach out to people? How do people know what you're doing when you're doing it if you don't tell them? And one of the best ways to do that is using social media, because everybody uses it.
Just connected. Yep.
The other good thing about social media is it's perfect to reach out to companies. Now, so you as a streamer, like I said before, you need to look at your stream as a TV show, okay? So people know where to come, you know, same time, same place, all that kind of stuff. But if you look at it as a business, look at what every other business is doing. You can find every business on Twitter. I remember seeing a tweet a while back. I can't remember who it was or when it was, but a passenger on a Virgin train over in England somewhere went to take a shit on the train, right, in the bathroom, and I guess there was no toilet paper. This dude legit tweeted Virgin and said, "Hey, I'm in this toilet. There's no toilet paper. Can you send someone and bring toilet paper?" They tweeted back, "We're sending someone on the way." 5 minutes later, he replied and said, "Thank you. You guys are great." Like, that's how important social media can be. Like, amazing. So, wow. Like, if you're looking at getting yourself out there, social media is so important. But at the same time, it also highlights you into other companies out there, other people. If you're looking for sponsorship, if you're looking to reach out and just make friends or connections, networking, like, social media is so, so crucial.
It goes back to what we were talking about when you never know who's watching. You know, you keep your You keep your Twitter, your Instagram real crisp, real professional looking, and you never know who might be, sliding in your DMs, in a couple days, you never know, man.
Nitro B Gamer asks I think a super important question. This is probably going to be the last question because we're kind of kicking on time here. But everybody experiences this. He says, how do you deal with the trolls and haters?
I feel as though if you don't have trolls, then you're not doing your job. Yeah, that's me. Period.
I think it depends on you as a person too. Like, trolls don't get to me, but I always use the example of like, I heard way worse from family and friends. Not friends, but like family and people growing up throughout my life. Way worse than I've ever dealt with in chat. But for some people, it's the opposite. You know what I mean? It depends on how you deal with it. You have to have thick skin. You got to realize that, like, focus on all the people. Focus on the good stuff you hear, not on the bad stuff. Like that is the most important thing. I get so many like personal DMs of like, you made my night. Thank you for this. You did this. Like, focus on that. Don't focus on the one person who comes in and their mission, because they're probably in a bad mood or they're upset or they're not happy with themselves or their lives or whatever's going on, that their goal is to go in there and see that reaction of you getting upset. The worst thing you could do is let that get to you. And if you can't handle that, just understand that it's,
pack your $24.99 camera up, put it in the bag and your Xbox, and stop doing what you're doing.
Yeah, like if you can't handle it, like, it'll just get worse. I was at the point, like, at the peak where I was, before, like I said, before I started diversifying, like Hollywood said, Fortnite, 200 viewers every time. Like, I was at that point, and I literally was told to kill myself 3 times a day, at least, minimum 3 times a day, in chat, in social media, in DM. It didn't matter. But like, you gotta realize that the important people are the ones that are there being supportive. Put that much more effort into them, not into the people that are just trying to get to you.
I like it.
Can I say one more thing? I always say, and this is one of my personal sayings: never let 1 hour or 1 minute mess up your energy for the whole day. Never carry that with you the whole day, because them saying something to you can carry over to you doing something in your personal life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be angry with that person in chat, and then your wife say something to you, and you're like, "Fuck you, mother!" Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, you can't allow that energy to overtake you. So never let negative energy overtake your positive energy, and you carry that.
Very true.
I just embrace it. I kind of do it as a game in a sense, unless it reaches a certain point of, no return gets out of control. They want to troll me, I'll troll them right back, and we'll see who fucking wins. And then I'll kill them. Either that or I'll kill them with kindness. Because if you're going to come here and say, I suck, say, oh, thanks, man. That's why you're watching me then, right? Okay, cool. And see, see if they can fucking keep up. If they can't, I know who wins. So
most of them can't. Most of them can't. After, like, they see the spawn, like, oh, she didn't get upset. I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah.
If you just smile at them and say thank you, they're like,
let me go.
If you say I suck and I say thank you, what am I supposed to say back to that? It's like, yeah, you suck. Haha. It's like, yeah, I said thank you. You don't give them, ammo to feed off of. No,
Definitely.
Then you hit them with the get a grip. Get a grip, dude.
Get a fucking grip, dude. Next.
So just before we go, guys, if there is one piece of advice that you could each give somebody starting out, thinking about streaming, or has just streamed, that one piece of advice, what piece of advice would that be, Professor Broman?
For me, be patient. Whatever you're trying to stream, whatever you're trying to get out of it, whatever effort you're putting forward, it's going to take time to get where you want to go. And my number one piece of advice is be patient. When you're frustrated, just be more patient. Like, be patient. It's the best advice I can give you, and it will be incredibly effective on your mind.
It's funny you mention patience because I remember watching a video of you, and I have it saved on my desktop, and I watch it at least once a week. And you were talking about patience,
Weirdo.
and I can almost recite this word for word. This is how much I watch it. The definition of patience is Dr. Disrespect pushing out content for 5 years before he got discovered and blown up. 5 years.
Now Ninja too.
Ninja's
Ninja?
going out of control, dude.
Ninja has been making content or dedicated his life to like, he used to be a Halo pro, right? Like, we're talking like a decade. And then he just blew up, air quotes, out of nowhere. And it's never out of nowhere. There's always so much behind it. So be patient and put in the work.
He hit 100K subs this morning.
He did.
I was about to say that shit wasn't out of nowhere. Who can trap somebody in a damn block?
Yeah, exactly. The skill.
It's funny that you said that because I used to be a mod for Ninja, and then I stopped the whole streaming thing. I took my own personal time. But real quick, I donated to him the other day, just say what's up, and I sent him a link of a video from I think 4 or 5 years ago from the Halo days when he himself got ninja by another guy, and he played it on stream and he just died laughing because that just shows you it doesn't happen overnight. It's years and years, and you got to take time, man.
Yeah.
Ruffles, what would be your one piece of advice?
I mean, there's always going to be ups and downs, and just don't let them get to you. I can almost guarantee that we've all done it. We've all seen viewership drops or whatever. Like, just, it's not necessarily you. You can analyze and focus on what you think might be wrong, but just don't let it get to you, because it can literally eat you alive. Like, just go, if you have to, go back to why you started doing it. I did this because I wanted to entertain people. I did this because I wanted to have fun. I did this because I wanted to make a community that people could come out and hang out and just be friends and family and this and that. You didn't do it to have 100 viewers. You didn't do it to have 500 viewers. You did it just because you wanted to. I guarantee almost all of us never thought we'd be where we are right now. I fucking didn't, man. Like I said, I've been making YouTube videos since I was 16 years old. I just did it because I was fun. I never, ever thought that I would ever blow up. I just did it because I liked it. Like, just,
now you go to conventions and you have people wanting to meet you. It's like, you see yourself as a normal person. These people, that your viewers see you as a holy shit, this is somebody I watch and inspires me and motivates me. So like,
be there for them and realize how many lives that you may have changed along the way.
What would be your piece of advice, hands off?
If you're starting off, I would probably, me personally, is consistency. If you're going to be all over the place with your stream schedule, I'm probably 99% not going to fucking watch you. Have a schedule. If you're going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you want to stream Tuesday and maybe Saturday, that's just a perk. That's an extra stream that I'm getting out of it. But have a schedule, man. If you can't, because I do Monday through Friday, I say I'm going to take the weekends off, and I always fucking stream the weekends. It just happens, and everyone's like, you're streaming, blah, 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 blah. And Monday through Friday, I have a schedule I treat it, it's a job. I wake up, if I'm not on by 8 o'clock, at 8:01, someone's fucking DMing me or blowing me up on Twitter. Hey, is everything okay? Are you going to stream today? And I take it as an actual job. You got to be consistent. If you're going to take a day off, use your social media, use your Twitter. Say, hey, I'm going to take the day off, blah, blah. Personal stuff came up, and just let people know. People, believe it or not, they do depend on you. Like we got back to earlier. Some people are at work. They may just listen to us in their headphones or they'll watch us, but that helps them get through their day or makes them laugh, or they're on their lunch break for 30 minutes and that they could have a shitty ass Monday. Lunch break comes around. They're watching for 30 minutes and that helps them get through the rest of the day. So consistency.
Totally. Hollywood?
These guys already touched on the real true basis of all, the things, consistency. And said you got to be basic consistency, and then Ruffles touched on his point. But my three things are and I say this at the end of all my streams, and I do not mean this in no, be yourself, love yourself, and wash your ass.
I love it.
Looks like I failed.
So that's my be yourself, love yourself, wash your ass, take care of yourself, man. That's it. Like, to me, if that's the most important thing, you have to love self before you can help others. So, yeah, you can have consistency. Yeah, you can get on and work with people. Wash your ass every day. Get on and love yourself every day. And then everything else will fall in line. I promise you.
Guys, you have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. You guys have been tremendous. Everyone in chat, everyone listening, thank you guys so much for hanging out, turning up. I hope we answered as many questions as we could. We may end up doing this again. So keep an eye out for that. But before anyone disappears, make sure you guys go follow these beautiful people. ProfessorBroman over at twitch.tv/ProfessorBroman, or
That's
on
me.
Twitter at ProfessorBroman.
Yep.
We've got Ruffles down here somewhere. Ruffles. You can get him at mixer.com/Ruffles, or on Twitter at RufflesTV. We got HandsOff, mixer.com/HandsOff. And then on Twitter is at HandsOffMixer. You got iHollywoodLive, mixer.com/iHollywoodLive. And on Twitter at iHollywoodLive. And then there's me, this guy, ThatPiGuy. Mixer.com.
Dick Puncher 42 up there. Or wherever the fuck he is at. I know where he's at.
Mixer.com/ThatPiGuy. And on Twitter at I am ThatPiGuy. Again, thank you all so much for joining us. You have been absolutely incredible. You guys have a fantastic rest of your Saturday night. If we don't see you again, have a great weekend. Be safe, love one another, and we will see you again very soon.
It's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Hollywood.
Happy birthday, bitch.
Happy birthday. Thanks for spending time on your birthday.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, bro, man. Thank you for hanging out, man.